Hey my fellow gems. So I'm here to do the end of May. So I'm doing an empowerment read for yourselves. Perfect timing as well with this Mercury retrograde. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm a Gemini sun and a Gemini rising, and this Mercury retrograde has totally kicked my butt. In ways where I have to deal with it though and do the shadow work and the work that's coming up with it. So everything happens for a reason. So these will not be extended, but if you are a Patreon, I will be doing bonus readings on Patreon this weekend, and then on YouTube as of next week, things will go back to normal with the extendeds and for Patreon users and things like that. So I'm gonna dive straight in for Gemini. I'm using my Empowerment Oracle deck, and I'll be clarifying with the smaller Rider-Waite. So the main situation for Geminis is recognition. And I feel like you need to recognise how far you've come. You know, she's feeling on top of the world. I'm not saying you're there just yet, but it's almost like the world card. I don't know if I drew this in regards to the world card. I drew it many moons ago, but she's completing a cycle. It's like the world is her oyster. You know, so if you want to shine bright, or if you want to stand out, or you could be standing out, you know, you may not have chosen to, but you could be standing out. That's totally okay. You're online. We've got the recognition. So what's crossing that energy? Some of my Geminis may be feeling like they should have recognition for something. So maybe it's something to do with work, or, you know, that type of energy. What's crossing that energy is we've got the abandoned and lonely card. So the challenge is allowing people to leave. Allowing past situations and, you know, allowing them to leave, because the hand of the divine wants to guide you towards a person or people or a situation that'll bring more light into your life, because these are dark energies. So what's crossing that energy is the things and the people and the situations that are holding you back from this, from feeling like this. I apologise now if I'm rocking, because this table is quite rocky and I didn't realise until I'd started the readings. But so why is it coming round now? We've got the crown chakra. So you could be downloading a lot at the moment. So it could be busy mind, intrusive thoughts sometimes. I call it the ADHD brain sometimes. Vivid dreams, lucid dreams, you know, situations and sentences and things like that just popping into your head, songs, lyrics, you know, that type of energy. So go with it, because it does look like you are downloading information at the moment. In the recent past, we have the Temptation card, which is my Devil card. So you could have had toxic situations, toxic relationships, you know, people who kind of lifted you up when it suited them and kind of dropped you into the flames, you know, when you didn't expect it. We've got the demon eyes. You know, they could have been like spies and stalkers. Oh, that type of energy as well. It all depends on what you see when you look in this card as to what I gather from it. Because sometimes when I get this card, I know it's Capricorn energy, but sometimes when I think when I drew this card, I was thinking along the lines of sometimes we need a little bit of devil energy. And that's not in a negative way. I don't mean that in a negative way, but it's almost like, well, as Geminis, you'll understand what I'm saying anyway. Us Geminis, we are the polarity. You know, we are the duality of the signs. We're the dark and the light, and, you know, and I always see Geminis as having this little angel, this little light angel, and this little naughty angel. So, you know, sometimes we'll listen to the naughty angel when we should listen to the light angel. And I do it. I've done it. I can go 0 to 60 in 10 seconds. You know, it's that type of energy. But I feel like you are realising those cycles and the situations that trigger you into those cycles as well. So you could definitely have been dealing with toxic people in the past. It looks like it. It looks like toxic situations. Maybe you're dreaming about, that we're a flyer. Maybe you're like kind of dreaming about toxic connections from the past. You know, seeing someone's face, hearing their name, you know, that type of energy. Maybe they're just popping into your mind. Because at the present, we do have the dark night of the soul. do not be tempted to go backwards, whether that be a person, whether this be a mental state, you know. And again, it's those two little, you know, the angels on the shoulders, that type of energy. Sometimes, I don't even know why I want to say this, but I'm going to say it because it might be in regards to someone who I'm linking with. But I wanted to say, we have no power over what we hear, but we have power over how we react. So I don't know if someone is around certain people, toxic situations, you're hearing toxic things, you're hearing things that you don't really want to hear. I keep getting this energy of this hearing things. And maybe it's kind of, I feel like some of my Geminis, you've got people or situations around you and you are so good at wearing this brave face. You know, it's that masking, you know, masking with a false smile. It's like those people where you don't realise they're depressed because they always have a smile on the face, and, you know, that type of energy. If you're having a wobble at the moment, or your mental health, you know, if you're feeling like your mental health is bad, because this energy does look like it feels like it's all up in the mind, you know, with the crown chakra being there and the dark night of the soul. But don't forget, the main energy is to get to this point, feeling on top of the world, making the comeback, you know. So, yeah, I feel like this energy with the Mercury retrograde may have brought up some aspects of the dark night of the soul, but you do have your spiritual lantern there. You know, pick up that spiritual lantern and lead your way forward, because I don't feel like this is a new situation. I feel like it might have new people involved or that type of thing, but I feel like it's a cycle that may have been repeated in, like, maybe in with different people, you know, that type of thing. Near future, you've got divine protection. So you are protected whilst you go through this, like, kind of dark night of the soul energy, this big, massive release in order to kind of stand on top of the world and shine. I feel like people are going to be looking towards you as, like, I can't believe they've been through all that and come out the other side. And, you know, maybe that's what I was getting before about, you know, like, standing out, the light shining on you, you know, some kind of, like, recognition or fame, and I feel like it's coming from really toxic cycles in the past. And because you're still in the healing part of it, you're not seeing the bigger picture of how strong your message is to carry. Your power is the 4 elements. It's to treat yourself like the god, the goddess that you truly are. It's to soak up those sun rays and soak up that light and come out of those rainy days. Those rainy days won't last forever, but we need to have rain and sun, you know, to create rainbows. The outside influence to that is the solar plexus. Trusting your intuition in how you move forward. In the hopes and fears position, you are being asked to take a leap of faith. But it's to step forward and push those doors open. You know, don't wait for anyone else to do it. You are your own power, Gemini. Have a leap of faith in yourself, in the universe, in your own, you know, divine protectors. Because your outcome is knowledge. It's this life lesson that's been going round and round. And, you know, this cycle, the universe has a funny way of gifting us with the same, if we don't learn, you know, the same lesson in a different package. Maybe that's what's been happening. But this time, you're coming to that point where you've learned the knowledge, the lesson, you know, and that's where the recognition lies. Some of my Geminis, you could even end up writing a book. But I do feel like journaling could be really good for your healing at the moment, using books, using journals, again, doing that shadow work. So this recognition, tell me about this. The 10 of Swords, the end of a difficult situation. I feel like, again, you may have been stabbed in the back in the past, you know, you may have been through toxic situations with yourself, with other people, you know. I feel like you're going to be recognised for what you've been through and how you've come out the other side. Because the challenge is abandoned and lonely. Maybe you're feeling a bit abandoned and lonely at the moment. But Knight of Pentacles, my favourite card of the tarot. He never loses, he never fails, you know. He always gets to where he wants to go because he takes things slowly. So I do feel like maybe if you're like single at the moment, you may be like taking a step back and working on yourself rather than jumping in, you know, into new relationships. It could get boring, you know, may get boring, but there's a power in slowing down. That's what I wanted to say. There's a power in slowing down and kind of taking stock and value of what is around you and, you know, what you've got to offer for yourself. So I feel like there could be an element of loneliness at the moment, but with the crown chakra, the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is spinning in your favour, and I feel like you're downloading the information that you need to step forward. So it's exciting. I'm excited. Oh, I said that at 11 minutes and 11 seconds. 11:11. You may be seeing numbers. I've been seeing 11:11 actually. In the past, we've got the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is quite standoffish, but with the Devil card, with the Temptation card there, I feel like you've been through a cycle and it's like, to hell with that. I never want to go through that again. I am guarding my heart. I am blindfolding myself. I don't want to see anything. I don't want to talk to anyone. You know, it's that type of energy. I'm cutting it all off. I'm not being put in that situation ever again. So maybe something did kind of push you to the point of, to hell with this, I'm focusing on me, you know, but there's still an energy of being abandoned or loneliness. Maybe the lesson is to go back into the abandonment and love yourself, you know, don't abandon yourself. Because on top of the Dark Night of the Soul, we've got the Four of Wands, which is my 11:11 card. Peace, contentment, abundance, happy home life, the completion of projects. You're completing that negative part. So if you are feeling down in the dumps at the moment, just please take heed that this is the completion of this cycle. You know, you don't have to keep going round and round in this cycle. If you learn the lesson, it ain't going to happen again. Because then you've got a divine protection. We've got the King of Wands. Could have a Sagittarius, Leo, Aries in your future, but this could be your energy. I feel like it is more your energy, you know, because you've got this divine protection. I feel like you're protected as you move forward. The King of Wands is very driven, very motivated, you know, very ambitious. And I feel like that's your energy and you're protected whilst you go out there and kind of make your mark on this world. Your power, being the four elements, is the Star Aquarius energy there. It's to create balance. It's to bring your own blessings in. It's to manifest. I love it. The outside influence is your intuition. So we've got the Death card, transformation energy, Scorpio energy, especially if you're going towards like changing things within your own finances. You know, there could be something that you need to end or stop doing in order to accumulate more of. You know, so take that as it resonates. You know, it could be stopping smoking and putting that money in a pot to accumulate it. You know, it doesn't always have to be emotion. Well, it does. Everything's got an emotional lead to it. So this leap of faith, the Three of Wands, being patient, knowing that is what meant for you. Oh my God, I can't even talk. Knowing that what is meant for you is never going to pass you by. The Three of Wands, you know, it's making plans, it's forward thinking. On top of that, we've got the Seven of Cups. So there is new options opening up for yourselves. Be it in whatever area is going to make you shine. Because we've got the Hermit, Virgo energy there with the knowledge card, going inwards, going into that cave, doing that work. You've picked up that lantern. Instead of sitting there and I've no way out, I can't see any way out, you've got up, you've grabbed that lantern, and now you're going inwards. So you're doing the shadow work, but the power is that you've regained your power. You've taken control. You've picked up that lantern. So you're not being forced to do the work. You're choosing to do the work. And it's having an effect on your life as to people are going to see how much you've healed. Yeah, we've got the Moon in reverse. So you're under no more illusions. Pisces energy there. You're under no more illusions. You know, you're seeing it all for what it truly is. And the Two of Pentacles in reverse as well. No longer like having to juggle your emotions. This is what it's all about, because you're on the search for something more meaningful. The Eight of Cups, be it relationship, be it career, take it as it resonates. It's an empowerment reading. But I really hope that gets to the person who needs it the most. Okay, bye.